Okay, so just so we're on the same page here, everyone hits the flu, right? It's not just me. Hello and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video, I will be attempting to create a currency converter, which is always updated because we're going to be using an API to get all the conversions, and it's going to be pretty epic. I have been sick and I'm still not better yet, but I think I can actually speak now, and yeah, I'm going to be looking into that. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to actually do this will be an API. So you're just gonna have to go into your Google search browser or wherever else you might be getting it from, and you're gonna want to go to this freecurrencyAPI.com. There are paid services, but yeah, this one is definitely enough for everything that I'm going to do in this video. So yeah, you're gonna go there, and then if it's your first time, you're going to need to create an account. It's completely free. You're gonna get yourself a need to get an API key. That's what you're gonna need to use to get requests in. So yeah. Alright, so when you've successfully created an account, you'll be met with this screen where there's a default key here, which I don't know if it's actually supposed to be hidden, so I'm just gonna blur it out. I hope I remember to blur it out. So yeah, you're gonna need something like this, and then what you're gonna need to do is to go to request playground here, and then you're going to have to go to base currency, and then you can select the other currencies. You have to manually type them down, so make sure you know your currency codes. So we can add in New Zealand dollar, maybe Great British pound, maybe yen, and then South Africa we use South African rand, so ZAR for example, something like that. So you can choose your base currency here, which I'm gonna leave it as USD. We're gonna get these currencies, and then you're going to go to the generated request URL, and you're just gonna copy that over. And so back in IntelliJ here, and I just wanted to show you one more thing that we're going to need. And in here, it's just going to be a library so that we can actually easily deal with this mess. So you're going to have to go to project structure. You can do that by Control Alt Shift and S. Alternatively, just go here. Okay, hold on. Alternatively, just go here, and then you can go to project structure right there. So here, you're gonna have to come down here. As you can see, you're going to have to press this add button here, and then you're gonna go to library. So here I have it already downloaded. I have this is the Google code.json. You're gonna need this to actually parse things. There are other libraries that do JSON parsing. It's really comes down to preference, but I use this one, so it's really good. If you don't have this, you're gonna have to click new library, and then you're gonna press from Maven. And then from here, you're just gonna have to type down com.google.json. Alternatively, you can just type JSON here. It'll also work just fine. You can press the search button here. Alright, so as you can see, we actually have a bunch of results here. You're gonna have to pick this one because I think, as per making of this video, this is the latest one. So Google JSON 2.11, that's the newest one. So you're gonna have to click on that, and then you're gonna press OK, and then it'll start downloading everything. When you're done, you're just gonna have to click it, and then you can add selected. You can see it'll actually come down here, and then you're gonna press OK. That being done, I think we're basically finished with everything that we're going to need. Let's navigate to our currency class. Right, now I'm just going to do something that helps me out. I'm going to create a separate class. This is just going to be personally because I don't want to reveal my key. So I've created this constant class, and I've actually put my endpoint there because, like I said, I'm not too sure if the key is supposed to be private. So you guys are going to have your own keys, which you can add in here. So yeah, this is just so that I don't accidentally show it here. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So first of all, what we need, we're gonna do something a bit weird. So I'm gonna have a private constructor. So private currency, and then to get this, we can create a public static currency. I'm going to return new currency, and then we're done. All right, so now the first step, we actually need to create a connection between us and the API. So first of all, what you're going to need is going to be a string, which is going to be like, so I'm going to say string, I'm going to say final string. I'm going to call it endpoint, which is what the URL is called, is equal to, I think it's strings, oh, it's constants. So we're going to have constants dot endpoint, because that's literally the same string. So this is, so instead of having this, you're going to actually have your key, your URL that's been generated. I just showed it, dang it. Yeah, the URL that's been generated, you're going to have it here. All right, so we have our URL. Now we need to actually start, parsing URLs and stuff. So we're going to need a URL object from java.net. So URL is equal to new URI from java.net. You're going to pass in your endpoint dot to URL. Now we actually have a compilation error on URL because URI, because this throws exception. So we're going to have a throws declaration. And then what we need next is going to be an HTTPS connection, HTTPS URL connection. I'm going to call this one connection. This is going to be equal to URL.open connection. Like so, I have compilation error because we need to cast this to HTTPS URL connection, something like that, and then we actually get another exception. I cannot remember what this one is though. Java IO. Okay, let's just add that with signature. All right, so we have that, and then we need to actually set the connection. So I can say connection dot set requesting method. We're going to get, and I like to print it out. So SOUT response. Yeah, this isn't necessary. It's just one thing that I actually do. All right, up next, we're going to have a try with resources. So we're going to have try with. We need an input stream reader with the stream being connection dot get input stream. Now we're going to need to have a buffered reader with ISR as the parameter, like that. And then we're also going to finally need a string builder. Let's just call it like response. Oh wait, I already have response, don't I? Yeah, I do have. Okay, let's just set it to be response code, and then you can have this as a response. So response. Right, so at this point, we basically should start with the connection stuff, right? So we're gonna have string line, and then we're gonna have a while loop here. While line is equal to reader.readLine. So while the line is not equal to null, we are going to append to the response line. And then what we're going to do is actually just print out the response. Now we should have a problem because this throws an exception as well. That's something like that. And then here we're going to have to call upon the new currency. So we're going to say currency cur is equal to currency dot get currency. And then we need to handle the exceptions. So just going to start with the try catch. e.print stack trace to system.err. So you can now run this. Right, so as you can see, we now have our response code 200 and the data itself. So I just got this from the API. So Canadian dollar, euros, Great British pound, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar, and US dollar here, and then South African rands. Now, an exception that might occur here, I remember the first time I actually went with APIs, I did face it. So just in case you face an exception here, it doesn't actually give you that when you follow the steps, then you can go to your run configuration here, and then you're going to have to press Alt and V. Alternatively, just go to modify options. You have to add VM options here, and then on the VM options, you're going to put a hyphen, uppercase D, and then a java.net.prefer internet protocol version 4 stack, this should be equal to true. And then you can press OK. And then just like that, it should change. And yeah, hopefully when you run the application, it should work. If it doesn't, let me know, because I don't think I've faced that before. Maybe it would help you out. Anyways, so this is what we get from it. So we get data, we get CAD, and then we get euros. This is like from dollars, so from the US dollar to Canadian dollar to euros to a Great British pound, all that good stuff. All right, so you notice here that our requests on the website did just go up. We have 2 requests, 100% success rate, and yeah, this definitely works pretty well. So I did run this a second time because I kind of didn't shoot the first one, but yeah. So we're gonna have requests here, the number of requests that you have. With the free plan, you get like 5,000. I think it's per day, or is it per month? Which I know sounds like a lot, but if you have like a massive company, maybe lots of users, then 5,000 is definitely not enough, but enough for the project that we're doing right now. All right, so this is a sample file of what the syntax actually looks like. Now, like this, it might be a little bit difficult to read, but if you reformat the lines with Control and L, you'll notice that it is in JSON format, and this is what it's supposed to be looking like. So it's very clean, absolutely amazing. We're going to use this template to actually get everything that we need. So these are the ones, I think it's 6 that we have there. Now I would like to create a helper method to actually help get the currency code, because we're going to need it. So private double, we're going to call it get currency code. So something like this, just to get the corresponding one. So we're going to need to have a switch case. I feel like that's the best way we can do it. So switch currency code dot to uppercase, just so that we don't have any kind of issues. And then this is where it kind of gets annoying. Let me just speed up. And then for the default, you can just return 0, or you can make a custom exception. Unregistered currency exception. Boom. So this is perfect. But now what we need to do is, first of all, remove this, since we don't want to print out the response anymore. And then what we're going to do is going to use that library we just used to actually get the information, right? So to do that, we're going to need a JSON object from the dependency that we got. So JSON object. We're going to call this object. This is equal to a JSON parser dot parse string. We're going to pass in our string builder, which is going to be response dot toString dot get as a JSON object. All right, so we're going to have another JSON object here. This one's going to be currencies. This is going to be equal to our object dot get data here dot get as JSON object, like so. And the reason we're actually getting data here is because if we go to currency.json, you'll notice the first element is going to be this data here. So we need to get the data to get all of these elements. All right, so from here we can now instantiate. So we gotta get like nzd. This is going to be equal to currencies dot get. All right, so this is everything instantiated and everything has a value, at least I should hope so. And now I just need to actually start getting with the methods. So first of all, we're going to need a convert from USD. So public double, and then all we're going to do is we're going to return get currency code of toCode multiplied by the amount. So that's going to be from US dollars to the other currency. This one's the simple part, but the harder part would be converting from any random currency to any other random currency. So of course we're going to have a double here, so we're going to convert. So we'll call this one convert, All right, now the way I plan to do this is I want to get the from code. I convert that to dollars first, and then we can convert that to be in whatever currency that we want. So we're going to have a double amount. We're going to divide that by the from code. Oh wait, that's wrong. Okay, get currency from code. So first going to convert it to be in US dollars, and then we're going to return so I can convert it from US dollars. All right, so I think if I haven't made any kind of mistakes, this should be it. So I'm just going to come over here, and then I did not mean to do that. Then we're just going to have sprint line statements, SOUT, no, rather, cur dot. We're first going to convert from USD, so we're going to convert $200 to South African rands. So we have 3,631, and yeah, here we have 3,617, which maybe because they're using a different API. It should be close though. Now let's also get rid of this response code entirely because it's kind of pointless. I don't think we're going to need to see that information just yet. So I want to keep testing it. So we're going to try $2,000 to South African rands, see how much that is. $36,170. So let's try 2,000 USD to ZAR. 36. Yeah, it's not that different, but at the same time I can't help but feel kind of terrible. Let's try the euros. 1919.70. Okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna change it from that to instead be euros. Okay, so 1,917, which it's only different with 2, which I guess it's fine. All right, now let's actually test out the other method. So we're just gonna convert from euros to Canadian dollar. Let's see what that's like. $2,915. All right, so 2,000 euros equals 2,913 Canadian dollar, 2,915. So I think it's just like a different API difference, but it's pretty close, right? Let's try from euros to Great British pound. 1,663. $1,662. That is so close, but yeah, I think it finally works. And yeah, there's some minor differences because of I think we're using different APIs, but yeah, I think it works. Very cool. Hey Power Toys, how are you? Yeah, so using APIs will mean that whenever this updates, it'll automatically update with you. And these methods, honestly, this particular method has given me some issue with the convert method, but all in all, it actually does work, and I'm actually pretty excited. That is absolutely amazing. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end the video there. It's been quite the journey. This has been a lot tougher than I thought it would. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, because it would really mean a lot to a guy if you did. And hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day or night. That's cool too.